Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news now, Lions fans. Hold on to your seats because what's happening right now in the NFC North, and more specifically with the Detroit Lions, is nothing short of a seismic shift. It's a development that could redefine not only the division, but also the entire landscape of the NFC playoff picture. The whispers, the rumors, and now some solid reports point to a blockbuster trade that's shaking up the NFL, and it involves our beloved Detroit Lions. We're talking about a trade that could send shockwaves through the league, and it centers around Alim McNeill, a player who's been emerging as one of the most promising young defensive tackles in the league. Let's start by setting the scene. The Detroit Lions, sitting comfortably at 4-1, have been one of the most exciting teams this season. Their defense, despite some injury setbacks, has been holding its own, and the offense led by Goff has been firing on all cylinders. But anyone who's been paying close attention knows that the Lions are always looking to improve, especially on defense. They've been working with a tight cap situation, around $25 million in cap space, and they've been trying to balance youth development with adding veteran pieces. And now, it seems like they're willing to make a bold move to bolster their interior defensive line, a move that could pay off massively down the stretch. Sources are whispering that the Lions are in discussions to trade Alim McNeill to the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, you heard that right. The same Alim McNeill, the third-round pick from 2021, who's been making waves with his explosiveness and versatility up front. Right now, McNeill is a key part of the Lions' defensive line, a gap stuffer who's shown flashes of being a Pro Bowl-level player. In the 2025 season, up until September 15, he's registered 18 tackles, 2 sacks, and has been graded with an impressive 86.7 by PFF for his run defense. He's been a force against the run, with a 78% double-team win rate and 3.5 stops per game. His ability to disrupt the backfield and occupy blocks has been crucial, especially considering the Lions' secondary has dealt with injuries. Terrion Arnold out with a shoulder injury, Brian Branch questionable with an ankle, and Kirby Joseph doubtful with a knee injury. The trade makes a lot of sense from Detroit's perspective. They're looking to free up cap space, roughly $6 million, while also addressing a surplus of defensive linemen given the recent injuries and the need to develop younger players. They already have a solid core with DJ Reader and Broderick Martin, who both have PFF grades around 79.8, and they've been eyeing extensions for Aiden Hutchinson and Jared Goff to keep the core intact. But the defense has been leaking points, allowing around 24 points per game post-injury, and they want to tighten that up, especially in a division that's competitive every year. Now, turning to the other side of the trade, San Francisco. The 49ers, sitting at 3-2 with about $20 million in cap space, are looking to bolster their interior defense, especially after some injury setbacks. Javon Hargrave, a key piece in their pass rush, has been out for 4 weeks with a groin injury, and Eric Armstead is doubtful with a knee issue. Adding McNeill makes perfect sense for a team that prides itself on a penetrating, aggressive scheme under defensive coordinator Chris Kokurek. The 49ers are looking to elevate their run defense, which currently ranks around 14th in the league, allowing about 4.1 yards per carry. McNeill's addition could push that into the elite territory, projecting a yards per carry allowed of less than 1 yard per attempt, and increase their total sacks from the current 3.8 per game, helping them turn more stops into points. And it's not just about the stats. McNeill's fit in San Francisco is almost perfect. His explosiveness and power, standing 6'3" and weighing 347 pounds, remind many of Vita V in Tampa Bay. His pass rush grade of 84.2 and an 18% pressure rate inside make him a nightmare for offensive lines. When paired with existing players like Jordan Elliott, the impact could be transformative. Imagine a front with McNeill and Hargrave creating a wall inside, disrupting running lanes, and collapsing the pocket on passing plays. This combination would elevate the 49ers' defensive efficiency, making them even tougher to beat, especially in the playoffs. And let's not forget McNeil's advanced stats, like an overall PFF grade of 88, 4 and a plus 0.13 EPA per tackle, highlight the consistency and high-impact plays he brings. Now, I want you to think about the bigger picture. The 49ers, with this move, are not just patching a gap, they're reshaping their identity on defense. Their run defense could jump from a middling rank to one of the league's best, dramatically reducing yards per carry allowed, and giving Brock Purdy and that high-power defense even more opportunities to dominate. The addition of McNeil is projected to improve their win probability significantly, especially in playoff matchups, by helping neutralize key opponents like teams that rely heavily on the run, such as the Rams or the Cardinals. Vegas odds are already adjusting, with the 49ers Super Bowl chances jumping from plus 6,000 to plus 3,000, showing how much this move is viewed as a game changer. What makes this trade even more fascinating is the strategic timing. The NFL trade deadline is looming on November 4th, and both teams are motivated. The Lions are looking to clear space for future extensions and to strengthen their secondary by freeing up some cap room, while the 49ers are all in on making a serious Super Bowl push. The move could be the kind of catalyst that turns a good team into a championship contender, especially if McNeil's health holds up and he continues to develop. Now, you might be wondering about the impact on the Lions' future. Well, it's clear they're betting on their young core, like Aiden Hutchinson, and trying to build a competitive team that can contend for titles in the coming years. But sometimes, to go all in, you have to make bold moves. Trading away McNeil, a player who's shown flashes of being a dominant force, might seem risky, but if it frees up cap space and adds draft capital, like the 5th-round pick in 2026, it's a calculated gamble. Detroit fans should be optimistic but also aware of the larger picture. The Lions are still in a rebuild phase, but they're also positioning themselves to be competitive for the long haul, and moves like this show they're not afraid to take risks. On the other side, for the 49ers, this is about seizing the moment. They've been a perennial contender in recent years, but with this move, they're aiming to solidify their defense and make a real statement in the NFC. Their roster is stacked, but every championship team needs that extra piece, that X factor that can change the course of a game. McNeil could be that guy. His ability to stuff the run and pressure the quarterback makes him a perfect fit for their scheme. And with the playoff picture already heating up, adding a player of his caliber now could be the difference between a deep postseason run or an early exit. And let's not forget the historical context. This kind of move echoes what we saw with the Colts acquiring Buckner back in 2018, which helped turn their defense into one of the best in the league and paved the way for a playoff run. If the 49ers can replicate that success, this trade might be remembered as a turning point for their franchise, especially with the NFC West looking more competitive than ever. The Rams are still dangerous, and the Seahawks are improving, but the 49ers are clearly making a statement that they're here to dominate. Now, what about the impact on the NFC playoff race? Well, with McNeil in the mix, the 49ers could see their Super Bowl odds improve significantly. His presence inside could neutralize some of the league's best runners, like Kyren Williams, who's been torching defenses with over 138 yards per game. If McNeil can help contain explosive runners and improve their run defense efficiency, the 49ers could become even more formidable, especially in cold weather playoff games where controlling the line of scrimmage is key. So, in summary, this trade is not just a move for now. It's a statement. The Lions are making a strategic decision to clear cap space and develop their secondary, while the 49ers are going all in with a player who could be a difference maker come January and beyond. It's a chess move that could have ripple effects throughout the league, and for us Lions fans, it's a reminder that the NFL is always evolving, always surprising us with bold, game-changing decisions. Whether it's about building for the future or chasing that elusive Super Bowl title, both teams seem to be playing their cards perfectly. And as always, we'll be here to keep you updated every step of the way. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think losing McNeil is a good move for Detroit's future, or do you believe they're giving up too much? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions. Are you excited about the possibility of adding a draft pick in 2026? Or do you wish they'd keep McNeil and build around him? Whatever your perspective, we want to hear it. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest Detroit Lions news, so stay tuned. This team is always evolving, and your passion keeps us going. Thanks for being part of this community, and as always, go Lions!